Started here in just a second. Give some people some time to tap in. And you can share with your people. I need people to comment. I can read your comments. Okay, make sure it sounds good. I need people to comment. You can share with your people, and we're gonna have an open discussion today. And the topic is it better to date two people, two or more people at the same time? So the topic of today is it better to date two or more people at the same time? And then the open discussion is going to be toxic relationships. So if you know anything about toxic relationship, this could be a very good podcast for you. So I need everybody to tap in, tell your people, and we're gonna get started. Um, First of all, I'm gonna say because I lost one of my uncles today, Uncle Juan, um, and very tough day. I almost didn't want to do a podcast today, but um, I have to keep it going because I know he would have wanted me to do that. So with that being said, we're gonna definitely carry on with the podcast. So hopefully I sound good. Hopefully everybody can hear me, and we're gonna get started. So this topic came about because I was just thinking, and I am recently dating, um, and I know a lot of guys and females out there are dating and getting to know each other. But someone came to me and they was just basically saying that if I was to date more than two people, then I should let the other person know, which is very curious. I mean, I kind of go back and forth with that, and the reason why I'll tell you the reason why I go back and forth with that because until you're locked in with that one person, then it's to me it's really none of their business. But this particular person thought that it would be a good courtesy to let the other person know that you're dating other people. And I need y'all to tap in and tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think that's the first question? Do you think that if you're dating more than two people, then you should let every single person know that you're dating someone else? Is that fair? Is that fair game? Or should it be to where nobody should know that you're dating other people? Because when you're a guy and you're dating a female and she's dating other people, then I would almost imagine that there is competition there that you may not know about, you may not want to know about, because that can bring on certain things. So if you're dating someone, in my opinion, honestly, I think it's up to the person who's dating. If you want to tell the other people that is you're dating other people, then that can be on you. But if you don't necessarily feel that you're to that point to where you can be open and honest with everybody, then it's time to tell everybody. But here's my thing. There is a reason as a guy that you may want to date more than one person. And here's the reason why I say that. Everybody, especially if you're a mature adult, you're probably coming out of a relationship or came out of a relationship. So getting to know that person may not be over their past relationship. So when it comes to like getting back with that person or having sex with that person or you know what I'm saying, fucking on that person, that may be something that you have to contend with dating someone. That may be a real possibility because they may not be 100% over that person. So as you're trying to get to know that person, they may still be involved with the person that they just got a relationship with, unless it's just completely over. It's obliviated. They don't want to have nothing to do with them or whatever. But they may still have love for that person, or not even love. It may still be lust with that person because they feel comfortable. They felt comfortable having sex with that ex person. So they may be going back having sex with that ex person. Even after y'all go out on a date, dinner, kicking it, movies, whatever, they may be going home. They may be going home having sex with that person that they were previously with because they're not ready to have sex with you, but they still want to fuck. So, to me, the smart thing would be to keep your options open because in the beginning of dating, there is no commitment there. Like if that person want to be with you, then that's fine. But if that person wake up one day or realize that they want to be with somebody else, if you're only focused on that one person, you may have a total heartbreak, like right in the beginning. Now, say as a guy, you're dating someone, and that person maybe lives out of town or have to work all the time. Then how can you really fulfill what you need if you're not with that person and you're not trying to build that person? You may be with that person one day out of a week, but if that's not enough, then you're sitting wanting to be with that person and you can't see that person because they're wherever they are. Are they working? Are they with someone else? With a girlfriend? What have you? So having more than one person, and even though it might not be a person that you're dating, having another friend on the side, someone who can fulfill or fill in those gaps until you decide that hey, this is the person I want to be with. That kind of sounds harsh, but I mean that's really how it is. I'm just laying it out. You can't never expect these days and times for someone to just be exclusive, getting to know somebody. That shouldn't even be a thought in your head because unless this girl's just like a different type of breed female, then more than likely they're gonna have somebody on the side. We got that term side piece, and that only applies to if you're dating or you're married to somebody, you have someone on the side. But if you're not dating if you're not married to that person or in a relationship, they may not see their side piece as their side piece. I'm gonna say that again. Unless you're married to somebody, that's when the side piece comes in. But if you're just dating somebody, they may not see that person as their side piece. So therefore, they are feel like they can have that other person on the side, and it's not really a violation of what you guys are doing because it's not considered as a side piece yet. So why would somebody try to be exclusive with another person and that person has a side piece? You're only going to get your feelings hurt. That's the recipe for disaster. and you want to prepare. Your biggest thing is in trying to get somebody, getting to know somebody, is to protect your heart, because that should be the most important thing for you, is to protect your heart. Now, if you're in a relationship, you're married, then you can kind of let go a little bit and expect them to kind of help you protect your heart. But getting to know somebody and dating somebody, your biggest thing should be to protect your heart first off. Full stop. And you can't have expectations. So if that person wakes up one day and be like, you know what, this ain't working, or they stop calling you, or what have you, then that's something that is really is totally fine. There's nothing you can do about that because you don't have no commitments to that person whatsoever. So with that being said, with that being realized, then in my opinion, it should be okay for you to have other people until you get to a point where you decide, yeah, I want to be with that person. And like I said before, it they're not necessarily obligated to tell you anything. It's on you to, in your mind, constantly tell yourself that this person may have somebody else, because truth be told, that's the way it is nowadays. Dating is different nowadays with the social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's just three social media sites that a guy can try to link up with a female. And trust me, they trying to link up. One thing you have to realize as a guy, let's say if you go on a date with somebody and they're taking pictures like, yeah, this is my food, this is my, we here, we're there, we here, we're chilling, we look, I look good over here. As she's doing that, another guy might be looking at that like, yo, I could do better. Or I see myself taking her out. Oh, I didn't know she was dating, so now I know she's dating. That is definitely an invitation for somebody else to come in and be like, yo, let me take you out. We can have more fun than you have with them. So I'm just saying you have to be aware of that. A female posting pictures of food, where they're at, they having fun. That's a call for another guy to come in and be like, yo, I can do that too. I picture myself with you in that setting. And if they know that you're not in a serious relationship with somebody, yeah, they're gonna try. Nowadays, guys are like vultures. They like, yo, oh, she's single? Oh, she dating? Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me see. Let me throw my game. Let me spit my game. Guys will holler at girls if they know they're in a committed relationship. So, what do you think they're gonna do if they know that she's not in a committed relationship, that she's just dating? What do you think the outcome would be? They're gonna try to get with her. And she's not obligated to say no. I don't want to be with you because I'm dating so and so, or so and so is who females nowadays have. And I'm not saying that they did never had options, but they realize nowadays that they have so many options, and that's why most females, if they're on a date, they're not going to take a picture with you. They're going to take a picture of their food. They're going to take a picture where they're at. They're going to take a picture of they're having fun. I'm on a date. That's a calling card for other dudes to throw their ring in a hat. Hat in the ring, I mean. Let me say that again. That's a call for other guys to throw their hat in the ring and give their shot. Shoot their shot. If a female gets on Facebook and say, "Man, I'm bored," da 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 da, "Man, I'm hungry," da 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 da, guys are gonna jump in her inbox and try to holler. Let me feed you. Let me take you out. Guys, you have to understand this, especially if you're in a relationship and you're married. That's a whole totally different topic. But you have to understand a female anymore these days posting anything on social media site is a calling card. Say, hey, shoot your shot. What can you do for me? That's a calling card. It's not just like a nice gesture. Oh, look what he's doing. Because if it was, it would say, look what he's doing for me. Look how he's treating me. Look how we together. Most pictures on dates be like, yo, look at what I'm eating. Look at where I'm at. So you have to understand that those can be considered as they are. They are just that. They're calling cards for somebody else to shoot their shot. That's why, in my opinion, you should always keep your options open. Because just focusing on one person can get you in a world of pain, a world of hurt. Just focusing on one person. Especially if you're just getting to know somebody. If you're just getting to know somebody and you're just focused on them, you're gonna want to call them all the time. You're gonna want to text them, WID, what you doing? I'm thinking about you. Females ain't trying to hear that all the time no more. They get that all day. So, in order for you to fulfill your loneliness, you may have to have 2, 3 females. So one day you're like, what you doing to this one? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? And kind of spread it around. I'm being funny, but I'm being for real. What That's why side pieces are so popular right now, because a lot of females, the way females think right now these days, they don't want, and correct me if I'm wrong, you can always leave your comments. Correct me if I'm wrong. Females nowadays do not want that one-on-one um, clinginess. A lot of guys don't want that, but definitely females, they don't want that one-on-one cleanliness. They want to be able to hit the club every weekend, be out here, be outside. That's the female of today. So a guy that's trying to get to know somebody and I can't live without you. I'm trying to be with you every day. That's not gonna work. And that's why I say you may have to have 2 or 3 females. So if that's something that you want, if your whole goal is to not be lonely, you may have to have 2 or 3 females so you won't be lonely, especially in the beginning. Because ain't no female gonna want to be with somebody who every day, what you doing? I'm thinking about you. How's work going? It may be cool a couple of days, but then that shit gonna get to them where they're gonna be like, damn, ain't he got something better else to do? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Or like I said, if a female works all the time, or she's just busy all the time, or maybe she got kids that she gotta be with. She got kids. That's a big one. And she gotta do things for her kids. She gotta take her kids to basketball practice. She got to take her son to school. She got to take her son. She got to go to PTA meetings. So that's time. She got to go to work, overtime. So she may not have time to even be with you up front all the time. So again, if your goal is not to be lonely, you may have to have a few females that you can spend time with. Until she gets to a point where she's like, yeah, I'm going to make time to be with him as much as he wants a female to be with him. And these are just facts. Most females, there's a statistic out that most females, 70% of females have somebody either on the side that if y'all break up immediately, she can go to that other person. Or if things are not going right with y'all, she can immediately go to that other person. 70% of females. That is 70% of married females, 30% of single females, 70% of lonely females. 70% of females have somebody, an emergency person that they can go to. So what does that mean? It means that if y'all break up, even for one day, if y'all break up for one day, y'all have an argument, shit don't go right, there's somebody that she can go to immediately. This statistic just came out today, and it's blowing people's mind. 70% of females have somebody they can go to, whether it's an ex, somebody who's been trying to holler, somebody on Facebook, somebody that they didn't give a chance to, that they was wanting to give a chance to before you. There's somebody that they can go to or have in the back of their mind that they can go to immediately. And if you're a husband, you need to know this. Because that's not 50-50. That's 70% of females. That's damn near all females. Probably unless she's in church or some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I hate when people say that, or somebody said something today, that's a ratchet female, something like that. It does not matter anymore. A good girl does just as much as a ratchet girl, but does it probably in a more sophisticated way. A good girl can have 4-5 dudes on the side. A good girl can have more ratchet. A good girl can have more females on the side than a ratchet female. So you can't even look at that anymore. The lines have been blurred. Just because you think you got a good girl, she go to church, she does everything a good girl's supposed to do. 70% of females have somebody that they can go to as a backup plan. Immediately. I made a post before a little while ago and I said that nowadays you can't break up with a girl because she can find a new man in 2 business days. 3 business days. That's what it said. It said, if you break up with your female anymore, she'll find a guy within 3 business days. And females was popping on and said, damn near the same day. So you don't have that era of margin where you can mess up. You cannot do this. You cannot remember her birthday, her anniversary, any of that shit no more. That's a hard act to follow, y'all. That's a hard act to follow. And most females are really needy. I mean, as far as what they need from a guy. I'm not saying needy like need money and shit like that. Don't get me wrong. A lot of females are needy to what they need from a guy. They just need from a guy. How many really, I mean, seriously, unless you're in it 100%. How many guys can actually fulfill and check off every single box a female wants? She get hungry at 12 o'clock. She want flowers. She want to be taken out. She want to have sex outside. She want to, you know what I'm saying? She like a guy who like washes dishes or washes her car. How many guys can really check off every single box that a female wants? She wants attention. Like you describe like the perfect man. How many of y'all can really say that y'all the perfect man? So she's always gonna be looking for things that you're not able to do, and somebody else who is willing to do them things. Even when it comes to sexual things, you may not like thumb up your ass, but it may your female may have a a fetish to want to put her thumb up your ass, and you might be like, "No, I ain't with that. I don't want to thumb my ass. I'm a real dude, and I'm being for real." It sounds funny, but no, I don't want no thumb on my ass. I'm a real dude. Like, fuck that. But believe me when I tell you, there are females who want to stick their thumb up your ass. And by you not checking off that box, you don't want no thumb up your ass. It may be another guy who like, yeah, put your thumb on my ass. And she know who that is. Why? Because he already jumped in his inbox. Yeah, you put your thumb on my ass. He done already put his bid in. He done already advertised. Or let me bring it. I know that's a little extreme, so let me bring it down to where you can understand. Um, a female might like her ass ate, right? She might like her ass ate, and you may be like me. I don't want to eat ass. I ain't trying to eat ass. I think it's disgusting. I'm not trying to eat nobody ass. But guess what? There are guys out there who would tear that ass up. And the only way she gonna get that or fulfill that desire of getting her ass ate is by going with a guy who's gonna eat her ass. That's what really scares me about marriage a lot, because if you're not willing to do some certain things in your marriage, there are other guys out there that are willing to do that. You're in the type to like to hold hands in public. Well, maybe she likes to have her hand held in public, but you're in the type to do that shit. So she gonna always long for a guy who can hold her hand in public. My guy, he don't do that. He don't, especially if she has a guy, at work. Because guys at work, especially like third shift, because you're kind of tired, y'all both tired. Your body does something at third shift that it don't do. It does something at night that it doesn't do during the day. That's what they say. Ain't nothing open after night besides something in their legs, because your body starts going into certain, you know what I'm saying, changes at night. The freaks come out at night. That's what they say. The freaks come out, not the freaks that got, weird shit on, but they were saying the freakiness comes out of you at nighttime. It's dark. It's some more erotic. So the freakiness comes out of you at nighttime. So if your wife or girlfriend is working third shift with another guy who's working third shift, that's like clubs at night. Clubs, why do you think clubs open up at night? I mean, they do have some day parties, but why do you think clubs open up at night? Because there's a certain thing that your body goes into at night. It's more erotic, it's more sexual. So, with that being said, if your girl is working third shift, she's working late night shift with another guy's working late night shift, oh, he on it. He on it. He got that feeling, the same feeling that she got. So imagine her telling your woman, she just have a general conversation because she look at him as a friend. We work together every night for 5 years. Like it don't take. Some people become best friends within weeks, within days. Your wife, girlfriend, been working with this dude for 5 years, so they damn near besties at work. That's what they call it, work relationships or work marriages or work husbands, or work wives, because they're together. They're together more than y'all together. A work man and woman are together more than an at-home husband and wife in some cases. They're together more. So obviously she gonna need somebody to talk to, especially if you ain't the one that want to sit and hear how her day was and what her girl did. You ain't trying to hear all that shit. You want to play your game. You want to watch TV. You're not trying to hear that shit. Well, some guy at work that is willing to listen to your pretty ass wife ramble. Oh, he don't do this. He don't do that. He don't clean up. He don't like my thumb in his ass. It's game time. It's game time. All he got to do is make her believe that he is what your husband is not. He is what your boyfriend is not. And then he can fulfill those gaps. And at least get her somewhat curious. No, it's not my husband, but he likes to do things my husband don't like to do. He want to hold my hand in public. He want to eat my ass. Curiosity killed the cat. Whoa. Listen to what I just said. She's curious. Curiosity killed the cat. It killed the pussy. We've been told these things for years. All of this shit is true. Curiosity kills the cat. All she has to do is be a little bit curious, and that's the opening. You heard me? All she got to do is be a little bit curious, and that is an opening to kill the cat. All he got to do is land the plane. Or you get your wife pissed off one day, just get her real pissed off, and she got to go to work to talk to this dude who she curious with. That's a backup. That's a backup right there. Or some dude who been talking real good to her in her inbox. Yeah, I could do this. At first it might be like, nah, boy, you know what I'm saying? Get off my line. I got a man. Woo woo. But then you pissing her off. Y'all ain't get along. And he's steadily coming at it, dropping hints and clues. He's steadily coming at it. That's curiosity. That's gonna make her curious, and curiosity kills the cat. So we're gonna talk about this a little bit more. We're gonna make this a series, a dating series, because we're gonna help some people out who's dating or potentially thinking about dating, and the warning signs and shit like that to look for. And she stopped calling you. Like if she calls you every day or texts you every day, and then just automatically stops calling you. It's not because she's busy now. It's just that she's losing interest, or her interest is going to somebody else. She's texting somebody. People text all day, every day. That's what they have phones for. That's what they pay expensive bills for, phone bills for. They're not going to pay an expensive phone bill to sit there and not use their phone. So know that that's the first sign. If she's texting you every now, if y'all never really texted, that which is weird as fuck. But if y'all never really text, it's a different thing. But if you're someone and y'all text all day, every day, and she was one that good morning, or you text and she automatically text you back quick as fuck, or and pick up the phone on first two rings, and then those things start fading. It's not that because if she own it, she own it. I can understand her being at work or being busy. That's different. But if she's on it, she's on it. If those things start loosening up and it stops happening, it's either one or two things. Either she lost interest in you altogether, or that affection is going to somebody else and she no longer needs that from you anymore. Or if she starts getting smart with you in a little way as to where she was used to get smart with you. Oh, you had to work overtime? Yeah, and I told you I had to work overtime 2, 3 times. Damn. You better believe that because women, they love someone emotionally, with emotion. So that's why I said, and I constantly say that it'll be extremely hard for a woman to love two people because she'll take love from one person and give it to somebody else. And when she takes that love from you, there's no reason to be nice to you no more. There's no reason to text you every day. There's no reason to call you every day because I'm giving it to somebody else. And you can watch the signs. You'll know when your girl is potentially cheating on you or potentially lost interest in you. All you have to do is watch the signs. They say love is blind. But all you have to do is open your eyes, your ears, your mind, and you will know when things start changing and shifting out of your favor. They're going to show you subtle ways. They're going to show you. It's up to you to catch those signs. And some of us don't. There's a lot of times I didn't catch the sign until it was over, and I was like, damn. Okay, so have you ever broke up with somebody, and after y'all broke up, or you found out she cheating, it was like, damn, I remember this and this and this and this and this. Like you were seeing the signs, but because the love was blind, you didn't look at those signs. You didn't accept them for what they was. You made excuses. Damn, she coming home late. Well, she might be working. Damn, she always getting smart with me. Well, I might be annoying as fuck. No, she is showing you the signs. But you're not accepting them because you're stuck on the way that it was. Again, females love with emotion, emotionally. So if they're not giving you that emotion that they used to gave you, it's been taken away from you and given to somebody else. And you best believe somebody's getting those texts every day. Somebody's getting that kindness every day. Somebody's getting the same shit you was getting in the beginning. It's transferred over to somebody else. Because it's almost impossible for a female to divvy it up evenly. Because if I take something and give it to somebody else, there is no 50-50 no more. Now with a guy can give damn near each person 50% of himself. It may be hard and challenging, but a guy is more apt to give 50% of himself to each person. A female, in my opinion, cannot do that. It's somebody that they're gonna be distant, it's somebody that they're gonna be rude to, it's somebody that they're gonna be not picking up the phone for. It's gonna be somebody who's gonna take that brunt of the relationship. And those are the signs you have to look for and realize and accept them. Because honestly, when those signs happen, there's not a whole lot you can do. There's really not a whole lot you can do. And that's where some guys get into where they, you know what I'm saying, start begging, baby, what I do wrong? What can I do right? There's nothing you can do at that point. And to them, it just looks sad. It looks the same to them as somebody begging on Facebook to eat their ass or lick their pussy. It looks sad to them. Like, damn, he is really sad. So you might as well pick up the pieces of your heart, pick up whatever. What Jasmine said, pick up the pieces, come pick up your heart. Like they singing about it right now. They telling you. Don't leave shit behind. Pick up your shit and go. That's where you're at with it. Pick up your pieces. Pick up your heart. Pick up your self-esteem. Whatever you have there, your dignity. Pick up your dignity and move on. Because it's gone. It's obliviated. There's nothing there. There's nothing more there to build on. Yeah, you can do something sweet and bring flowers and get that poor guy. Oh, that's so sweet. So there's something that you can do though. She could be like, that's sweet. But if an atomic bomb went off, and that's basically what it is, when they fall in love with you, when an atomic bomb goes off, clears out everything, there's nothing you can build on that. It's gone. So what's the purpose of trying to build on it? You're trying to build on it, it's gonna fall again. Every time you try to build on it, it's gonna fall again. Boom. While some other dude on solid ground steadily building. Because he on solid ground. Love nowadays is only temporary. It's only for the moment. It's momentarily. So don't get too wrapped up in anything anymore. And I would say that's even for marriage, but I don't want to piss people off. I'm more speaking of dating, but don't get wrapped up in anything anymore, thinking that this is it, this is the one, because at any given moment, statistically, 70% of females have a backup plan and wait and execute it. So keep that. Those numbers are not low. Those numbers are very high. That is a very high percentage. Probably the highest in history. You have to understand that. You have to know that. Because these females will tell you in songs, I got 3 niggas. There was a female came out song. She said, name out like 4 or 5 niggas. This dude cook for me. This dude buy me shit. This dude finance my cars. This dude, you know what I'm saying? A dude for everything. Because it's hard to check out those boxes, each and every box. It's hard to. It's almost damn near impossible to check off each and every single box that a female may have and want. And she may, in the beginning, she may settle for uh 6 out of 10 boxes to be checked out. She might be like, okay, that's cool. He got 6 boxes. Okay, he checked out 6 boxes. That's cool. But as time goes on and you're not checking off those other boxes, oh yeah, your chances are get very high of her starting to choose who that backup person is because he's already told her, I'll do it. I got it. He already told her, I'll do it. He ain't gonna do what? Oh, I'll do it. So we're down to our last 10 minutes and we're gonna talk about toxic relationships, what they are, how to recognize you're in a toxic relationship, and how to get the fuck out of a toxic relationship. So, what is a toxic relationship? A toxic relationship is a relationship that really, I mean, it's really not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's dead weight. A toxic relationship is someone who's always arguing, always fighting. Even though it's not physical, it's always an argument. It's always a disagreement. Because when you're loving somebody, you really truly love somebody, you should always want to compromise and meet each other halfway on most things. Now, some things you're going to have a fallout and agreement about, but even then, true love will know how to work that out. And I'm not talking about being over somebody or over your female, being like her leader. I'm saying true love to where you guys are making decisions 50-50. or not controlling. That's what I'm saying. Toxic love is controlling. If you have somebody that you are really trying to control, or somebody being controlled, that's a toxic relationship. And that's something that you have. It's something that you have to be aware of, a toxic relationship, because at any given time it could turn bad. It could turn really bad. It could turn violent. It could turn deadly in some cases. You can't argue and fight with somebody and expect it not to escalate to something that is harmful to either or person. That's the definition of a toxic relationship. That's the definition of a toxic relationship. It's something that has the potential to become violent, to become deadly. Because you may love that person, but this is the thing about a controlling person. A controlling person may sometimes lose control of their emotions, or they may see that you're doing something that they don't agree with and are going a certain way, and that could piss them off to a point where, like, you know what, I don't want you doing nothing. I don't want you. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. That's the definition of a toxic relationship as well. Someone who wants power over you, over your life. It could be a female, it could be a male. Someone who wants to put their hands on you. I'm not talking about like a sex or whatever, but in just general, someone who wants, like Diddy and Cassie relationship. That was a toxic relationship. That's an example, prime example of a toxic relationship. Like if she didn't get out of that relationship, I don't really see Cassie being able to walk away from that after a few more years. Some say Kim Porter wasn't able to walk out of the relationship. That's a toxic relationship. And then doing things that constantly hurt you, or they know what you don't like, and they'll sit there and they'll try to keep pressing to hurt you. That's the definition of a toxic relationship. And honestly, you should try to do whatever you can to get out of a toxic relationship because it's not healthy. I understand that you say like you love that person, and love is blind. Love may not allow you to see ways out of a toxic relationship. Like I have to have him, I have to be with him. There's nobody else for me. There's somebody for everybody, and if that person doesn't cherish you, doesn't love you, is not wanting to see you do better in life, that's very toxic. They always want to fight. They always want to argue. Like honestly, you don't have to argue with nobody over things in your life unless you're doing um, something that's just morally wrong. Like every time you leave out of the house, you leave out no panties and bra, ass hanging out. Every single time. You know what I'm saying? That's morally wrong if you're with someone all the time. Because why would you have to show everything every single time? Like you're begging for attention. I'm not saying sometimes you go to the club and stuff like that, but if you're, and there's other examples. I'm not gonna get into all of them because they're very. Some of those can be very, what I'm saying, very on the edge as far as what would be considered as something that's morally wrong. But you'll know other people will tell you that your relationship is not healthy. They'll start letting you know this relationship. And I can understand like one person telling you, but when more than one people tell you that you're in a toxic relationship or your relationship is headed for nowhere, it's a dangerous relationship, then you have to start listening. Fuck that love is blind shit. This is your life that you're talking about. So the life is that's on the line. So sometimes you have to listen to when people are telling you the truth. This dude ain't no good for you. This girl ain't no good for you. There was times when people would tell me like, "Yo, this girl ain't no good for you," and I didn't want to listen. But then guess what? Found out she was playing me. All I have to do was listen. But sometimes your pride don't want you to listen. Your pride be like, "Nah, you know better than everybody else. You love her or whatever." You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is crazy. No, everybody is not crazy. And like I said, one or two people, one person telling you that's one thing. But when you start getting all of your friends telling you, aunties and uncles, people like, "Yo, he's not right for you. You really need to try to, that's you have to listen. You should listen to him." There are people who are not here today that if they would have listened to somebody, would still be living on this earth. But because they love somebody so hard and didn't want to hear nothing else nobody else said about that person, how dirty they was to you, they're no longer here today. So heed warnings. Same thing with knowing that somebody's playing you. Heed warnings. They hitting you a lot. They yelling at you a lot. Y'all fighting a lot. Those are toxic. They don't like your friend. They don't like your family. Look for signs. And if it don't seem right, I don't care if you love that person. Love can be found over and over and over and over in life. There's not one person, in my opinion, that just has to. You have to have that person if they're not right for you, if they're mistreating you. Try to find something else, religion if you have to, and get out of the relationship. That's gonna save you. That's gonna save your kids. It's gonna save your family members from being in grief, hurting, and pain. Everybody. Don't be selfish and think you can change somebody. A grown man is a grown man. That's it. There is very few things you're gonna be able to train a grown man or grown woman. They may change for a little bit, but eventually they're gonna go back to who they were. So keep that in mind. With that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I want to thank y'all for tapping in. The people who did tap in, I would like a little bit more interaction. So next time I go live, we're gonna talk about relationships. Give me a little bit more interaction, y'all. Let's get this thing popping. You can actually learn something from what I'm telling you and the things that we're going over. When you're friends, you can tell them what we talked about, and they can learn from it, and we can heal, and we can grow together. That's what it's all about. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. My name is Johnny Johnny, and this is the Johnny Johnny Live Show. Thank y'all for watching.